friends, welcome into my channel today. We're gonna have a little gel plate play today. Been wanting to get out a gel plate video for a while now, and today's the day. We've got gloomy weather outside. It's been snowing off and on. I'm starting a new kit. It's from My Porch Prints on Etsy, junk journal kit. It's called Grandma's Garden Spring Flower Shabby Cottage Core. So I wanted to do a few papers for it and bring in some of the colors. I pulled these just so you could see some of the colors in the kit. I want to do some pastel pulls today, and I recently just watched Elizabeth St Hilaire do this. She did one in a pink hue and was kind of showing how to do pastel-y colors. So that's what I'm going to try today and stay sort of in these tones. My dogs are in here with me. Some light yellows, some pastel pinks, some peach, some really light blue, maybe something that we can pick that up with. Yeah, just sort of pastel-y and florally, so we'll see what we can come up with. The paper I'm going to be using is this is my rice paper. It is Sumi rice paper. I got it off Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. It's got the toothy side and the smooth side. So I'm going to be using the smooth side to pull my prints with. That way, when I go to collage with them in my journals or wherever I use them to collage, I can glue down the toothy side and it attaches very well to whatever you're putting it down on. So right now I've only pulled a couple of sheets, but I think we'll probably do in each color value or color range, I'll do a couple of pulls. So in order to coordinate with the, where did my sheet go? Here it is. So like for these yellows, I've pulled a lemon yellow, and obviously we'll make a pastel with white. I've pulled some magenta. I've pulled some orange to make some peach, some green for some of the greenery. I did pull a blue to sort of go with that blue there. And I've got a couple other things in mind right here that we can try too. But so we're going to be doing like the layering effect that she talks about, where you've got a lighter, a darker, a lighter, and a darker. So I'm not sure what we're going to come up with, but we're just gonna start and see where we end up. Oops, and I just dropped my rice paper, so hold on. Oh boy. I have very limited space here. I separated so I now have a stand-up space. That's the toothy side. That's the shiny side. A stand-up space for my gel printing because I needed my craft table for my journal making space and to have room for my sewing machine and all that stuff. So bear with me, we're working on it. So the stencils I'm going to use today are both from P.M Artist Studio. I'll link their channel and their information below. If you do not watch them, you need to be. Patricia and Mariah, they stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's 3 o'clock Central. And for me, that's 1 o'clock Pacific. And then on Sundays, they stream at 10 a.m., which is 8 for me. They have a Facebook group called Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Group. And they have a website. They are redoing their website. So I don't know what the time frame of that is going to be, if they're going to be down for a day or two. But anyway, pmartiststudio.com. They have wonderful stencils. I've got a whole bunch I want to get more. But anyway, these are the stencils I'm using today. And they come from Patricia and Mariah and Brad and Izzy over at PM Artist Studio. Be sure and give them a follow, a like, and subscribe. I'm going to be using the Going Daisies and the Sea of Crescents. So I don't know what those two together will look like, but I wanted these are really I do have another P.M Artist Studio stencil, but it's not really in this realm. So without further ado, let's just get some paint on the plate and see what we can come up with. Put my papers aside. So let's start with just a little bit of the magenta, and we're just going to do a little bit because we don't want it too bright. And so what I'm wanting is kind of maybe one sheet a lighter, one a darker. So one will be our I guess essentially our look at that pretty color on there. One will be our main poll page, and one will be our our intended page, and then the other one will be our cleanup page, our secondary page. But that's what we're going for. And I did learn if you swirl when you're mixing colors, you're not going to get that blotchiness underneath. Sometimes when you're swirling like this, you don't see it on the top, that blotchiness, but you see it underneath. So let me show you. I'm just going to set my brayer there, but I'm not going to brayer off because we're going to do something. Now look, there's still a lot of blotchiness. Now granted, there is something on the plate from my last printing session. So I'm not quite sure. I thought it was more just a little bit of white that was there, but let's see once we've swirled a little bit more if we haven't gotten rid of that blotchiness. And if it's there, it's not really the end of the world. It's not gonna, that's a little better. We got rid of some, but for right there, and that's where I put it down on the plate, if you can remember. So I think we just need to get it spread out a little bit more. We could even add a little bit more white. You guys, I'm going next Wednesday to my oncologist up in Carson City. And so I want to go to Michael's and get some heavy body paints, because right now all I have are these thinner body paints. And the magenta that I'm using is, semi-opaque. It's not fully opaque, but it's not transparent either. So, and these are really all I have right now of these paints. So selections are limited. What you guys got? Your bones? You're being good doggies. Well, it's still going to be a little bit, but you know, I think we're going to go with that. I don't really mind that. So I'm going to take my first piece of rice paper on the shiny side, not the toothy side, but the shiny side, and we're just going to get a pull from that. I need to get a little bit bigger plate for this rice paper. This is an 8 by 10. I think I'll try to see if I can't get a 12 by 12 maybe. I think that would fit this better, but anyway, we're just going to take our first pull with that, see what we get. All right, so that's just a nice, pretty mid-tone pink. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's set it right there to the side a little bit. And I think on this one, I'm going to add in, I'm just going to add the white. I'm not going to add any more magenta, but I'm going to use what is on the plate and what's on my brayer still. And again, same method. Swirl, swirl, swirl. You'll hear my dogs crunching on their circle bones. We call them circle bones. We gave them marrow bones. I go to the butcher and I get those marrow bones for them, and they love those. I just get them cut real small because they're little dogs. So, but they just go to town on them. So as you can see, I'm not brayering off. Okay, you know, and some of that too is some of the color I have on my my acrylic block. So let's go in with our Going Daisies first. Oh no, I was gonna do another sheet. You know what? Let's do this then. Okay, I'll do my mop-up sheet separately. I think we can come back in with this one. do what I intend to do. My other brayer is in the way. As I said, I'm limited on space here, friends. Oh, nope. Whoops, it didn't stick. Come on, you. Come on, you. Come on, you. I could have done it the other way, but... All right, so now we're just going back over same piece of paper, pressing into the stencil. See what we get. So we've got a nice little pattern there. And I might flip it, rub it again. See what we've got. Okay, that's a really good start. Now what I want to do, take this off. All right, so now what I want to do is come in with my second sheet of paper, come in with the magenta, and I'm just going to use what's on my brayer, a little bit of magenta. That's getting low. And we're going to do a pull on our secondary, basically our non-intended sheet of paper, our mop-up, cleanup paper, whatever you want to call it. Again, leaving the paint on my brayer, making sure I'm on the smooth side, not the toothy side. I think I'm gonna shut the door and put my dogs out. Had to put my dogs out because you're starting to fight over their bone. Okay, so now we got another little bit different hue. One's a little bit lighter, tiny bit darker. So let's take this one, set that one aside. And then on this one, I want to come in with, I'm going to see if I can brighten it up a little bit with white and just a tiny drop of magenta. Again, swirly, 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 swirly. Mixing on the plate is key. Definitely key to not getting blotches. Mix that magenta in there really well, and there is still, of course, some on the plate, but that's going to be, okay, that is too similar to the two that I have. So I'm pulling one more piece of paper. This will be our third sheet, which is just fine. It's not going to hurt to have that. Pull that up. And I want to come in with white, only white. I'm just brayering off here over on the side on my print because I wanted to get some of that pink off of there for what I'm going to try at this point. So we have two layers on our print right now, our main print. Now I'm going to come in with the Sea of Crescents, and we're going to put that just right on top of that. Remember, it's only white on this one. This one I'm wanting to be sort of our lighter print, and this one will be with our stencils, our primary print. This one is going to remain our ghost print and clean off page. And then the extra one I did is just a base for another day. But just make sure you get in, especially with white. And I'm not using the best white right now because I ran out and I need to get more. So just using what I have. Okay. See what we're going to get there. Ooh, that's pretty. That is a pretty combination. I'm liking that. Now, I'm going to pull this, set it right there, and bring down our, yep, it's still wet now. Bring down our clean off sheet, see what we get on that. So now we've got 3 layers on our primary sheet, and we've got 2 layers essentially on our cleanup sheet. And oftentimes the cleanup sheet or your ghost print sheet is the most interesting. Okay, that's really cool. That is really cool. I like that. This one has more, oh, these are softer, you know, more like painterly, and these are just more vivid lines. So let's go back to our, I'm having to put them up here because I don't have anywhere else to put them. We're going to go back to our daisies. Get that one ready. And now we're going to do, I'm going to come in with more magenta, wanting to darken up a little bit my primary sheet. A little bit of white, not much, but just gonna see what we get with this. I still think these are gonna be pretty colors though in with that kit. Excuse me. Again, mixing, mixing, mixing. Yeah, we had a huge snowstorm over here in California last weekend, and got lots of snow in the mountains, and we're supposed to get a little bit more snow today, so we'll see. All right, we're coming back in. Yeah, coming back in with our daisies, and I'm going to go one way with it like this. Pull what I can pull. Maybe even go over it with my clean brayer. I'm kind of looking forward when I'm out of town next week. I'm going to go to Michael's, and they have a Joann's in Carson City, but it's not a very good one. So I'd just rather go to Michael's, and they don't have Hobby Lobby. We'd have to go all the way to Reno for that, and I don't really want to take the time to do that. So, all right, so we're pulling another layer of dimension there. That's really pretty. And then I'm going to flip it, and we're going to do this. So we're going one direction and then the other. And then after this, we'll change and we'll sort of go into a different range. So there. And with our ghost print, we're going to come in with this sheet. Again, come down. And then from here, we're going to move on to a few sheets in the oranger peachy family. Pretty, pretty, very soft. I want to bring a little bit more white into this, a little bit more white into that. And then those, I think, will be done enough for now. Of course, they'll be collaged or used as papers in my journal, so it won't really matter if, again, I'm going to step aside here because of limited space. Brayer off on my third sheet, which is actually looking pretty cool. But I'm just wanting to get the pink off of there. Get that brayer cleaned up. Yes, very limited space. Okay. Look, we're still going to have some white, some little daisies on there too. So I'm just coming in with white, and I'm actually going to come in with the clean brayer in just white. I didn't swirl it or anything. And I'm going to come back in with a sea of crescents again. Come in with this sheet. Give it a really good press it in. All I'm trying to do on this layer is just bring, because remember we started with the light, we went a little darker, lighter, and now I just sort of want to finish off with a little bit more of a lighter pop, if you will. If my theory works. I actually have a couple of really big, ooh, look at that. All right, I'm going to call that one done. I like that. For what I want it for, I think that's perfect. And then same on here, the ghost print. Let's do this. Give this a pull, and then come flip the paper. Come in and give this a pull. Very fun. I love gel printing. Okay. So there we have two really cool. They're similar in hue. They're not, one's not overly lighter or overly darker, but we do have the more, the ghost print and then the intended print with more details. So I'm very happy with those for this project. So now I'm going to grab a couple other sheets. Mainly, what I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to come back in. This was our cleanup sheet. I want to see if we can't clean this plate with just a layer of white. There'll be pink in it, but mainly I'm wanting to just clean the plate. And remember, this is a print we can use as well. It's just happened to be our third sheet we're working with today. Didn't get it on there completely straight, but that's okay. Put it there. Go this way. And we're just building up layers for backgrounds on this one. All right. That's pretty cool looking in and of itself, I think. All right, let me get a, actually, you know what? I don't need a baby wipe because this is just tissue deli paper. I always end up grabbing extra sheets and then I'm like, oh gosh, now I've got so many. Just thought I didn't mind the white that was on there, but I kind of wanted the pink off, which we still pulled a little pink. And again, this will be perfect for collage. And because I don't want that pink in my next, well, although it really wouldn't matter, I think, and there's so little of it that it'll be okay. Let me brayer off on here. Again, on our cleanup sheet, I have to do it off to the side, guys, sorry. I know. Shary needs a bigger space here. All right. Let's get two more sheets of our rice paper. I'm going to try to do this with just two. Use this other one we've had for cleanup. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not sure quite how many colors we'll do. Did I get 2? Yes, I got 2. Okay. Now we're going to move into more of an orangey tone, peachy tone, I should say. So we're going to do a little bit of orange with some white. Let's see what we get. And we'll pick up a little pink. We definitely will pick up a little pink. I could have cleaned the plate so that didn't happen, but I didn't mind a little. I mean, I love pink and orange together anyway, so it's not a problem. It's like something's beeping. Oh, it's my bread machine. I have a loaf of sourdough bread, like just sandwich breads with my own sourdough starter in my bread machine. And then I made some homemade chili verde, pork chili verde today with actually the tomatillos and the jalapenos. They were little tiny jalapenos, but they were from my garden that I had frozen. Okay, so here we're going to come in with my first background sheet. That's the toothy side, that's the shiny side. Let's see what we pull. And remember, we're just working in pastel today. That's why I'm only adding white to these prints. I'm not doing any black at this point. Hey, that's a pretty one. Pretty color. Let's go just white this time and see if we can't get something just a little bit lighter, more on the peach side of things, a little bit less orange. And sometimes you might want those splotches on there. And if you do, that's fine. I think sometimes that's kind of a neat sort of a tie-dye looking effect. Okay, I'm going to get my second sheet, or cleanup sheet, if you will. And we're going to be using the same stencils for all of these today, just for ease of the video and space. Space and time. Yeah, so our pork chili verde ought to be really good. I haven't made that in years and years, I don't think. I do a lot with green chilies, but I don't know that I've made just, oh yeah, see? Now I like that. That's really more what I was going for with the other two. So now that we have that in our orangey tone, we're going to come back in with, I'm going to come back in with white. Just do the white. And I'm going to do, there's a little tiny bit on my plate still, or on my brayer still. And we're going to do stencil. Yeah, P.M Artist has the best stencils. P.M Artist Studio. I can think of about 5 offhand that I want that are on my list. Yes, they are. Okay, we're going to come in with our daisies. Oh, I've got stenciled daisies on my trash can. How lovely. And the other side, because that side has the pink on it, the magenta. And we're going to come in with this one. Oh, you know what? I just happened to think. Let's do this first. Oh, no. I don't know if we would pick up. I'm just going to kind of lightly. I wasn't sure if we'd pick up any of the magenta on there or not. Well, and if we do, it's not the end of the world. It's not. It's just all in fun, and all these colors will go together anyway. But we're doing just white and what was left on our brayer for this layer. And if you were wanting like a more grungy effect on your prints and your pulls, then of course you're going to want more. You're going to want black, but yeah, actually it's okay. It picked up a little bit of the pink, but I don't mind because I do like the pink and the orange together. So that's okay. Let's just set that there. And now our ghost print, we're going to do just this. And see, and the wrinkles are okay because this paper has kind of wrinkly crinklies anyway. Wrinkly crinklies. And there we've picked up a fun little bit more magenta. Still very light, very pale. Now I want to come in with my Sea of Crescents, and I'm going to go straight orange on that and see what we get. Straight orange. Maybe I should have changed to a different orange. I don't know. This is dry, yeah, so we'll be okay here. So I'm just coming in with a very bright orange on this one, obviously. And we're gonna bring our Sea of Crescents back. Very nice. And we're gonna come over this one, which is our intended paper, our paper with the stencil or mask, whatever you're using. These happen to be stencils, but. And then I've got a couple projects to show you too that I'm working on in the junk journal realm. So hoping to get some fun videos out this week. I do have to go do blood work before I see my doctor next week. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's really pretty. And now we're going to do, I think this one I'm just barely going to, very lightly. I don't want to pick up too much of that. Didn't want to make it too dark. Ooh. Yep, I like that. Okay, now to clean this up, I think we can come in just a little white. Whoops, a lot of white, I guess. And remember that tissue paper we had. I'm going to grab that. See if we can't get this cleaned up. I'm going to do, I'm almost thinking this one looks really cool, but I do want to do one more layer on there and at least one more layer on the mop up. And then we'll be done with the orange and we'll move into a couple other colors and do that. So, cleaned it up a little bit. I could probably come in with a piece of printer paper and get a little bit better pull to clean it up. Brayer that off on there to clean it off. And the same with that one. See, and even these papers can be used in the journal, so heck yeah. Why not? Okay. And we got ourselves another fun background. Okay. Set that to the side. And one more pull, you guys. One more pull. Let's come in with, this one will be really light. So barely any orange on this one and white. And we're going to do another pull with the Going Daisies. I don't know if if it does you or not. And it's a little different color than we have on this one, so that's good. I don't know if it does you, but orange and pink together always remind me of sherbet, like rainbow sherbet. Okay, now we're going to come in with our daisies again. We're going to set that here. Set that this way. We're going to come in with this one, like so. Give it a good firm rub in the texture of the stencil. Ooh, that is pretty. I'm happy with that one. Very happy with that one. And then I'm going to come back in with, don't know that will show much. Let's do a little bit of white over that. Just white, nothing else. Just white. And then I'll clean up and we'll go on to another color. Put that there. And then, remember, we have the ghost print underneath there. So this is our cleanup page. Mop up or unintended, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what we're looking like under here. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, these are going to be fun in that kit, in that journal kit. Let's just see what we got here. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. We've got, you know what it needs though? It needs, this needs to come here for a pull. One more little pull. Yep, I like that. This one needs a little bit more something. I know what we're going to do. We're going to go over that one with just white and the daisies. See what that comes out like. But it is several layers, so that is the good thing. Just wanting to introduce a little bit more of the white, see what we pull up that way. Pull it, flip it. Now I'm going to do this again on here. See what we end up with. Okay, we sort of lost our we lost our dimension, but I don't want it to be, you know what? I'm going to keep it like that. I am just going to keep it like that because I wanted a little bit darker and a little more subtle. So these I'm just going to leave as is. And then I can come in here with this, maybe a white and get a pull, clean this up, and then let's go on to a different color. Maybe let's go on to a blue. And then a green, and then I think if I want to do anything else, I'll do that off camera. But you'll see it in my journal, so don't worry. I'll mention that I've done it. Again, use this side to clean off my brayer while I've got it on the plate. And again, this is just a cleanup, mop up situation. Not a bad background. So we've already done some of our peachy colors. We've done our pinks, pale pink, actually more mid-tone pink really, but it's okay, it'll go with those. I think I want to play around with a little bit of blue on this one. Just since we've done the magenta and the orange, we'll change it up a little bit and do a little bit of blue. This is cerulean blue, but I don't want it, I want it real pale. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it out. So if in doubt, add a little bit at a time. Again, mixing really well. Just for a base color. I think next time, this one's a little darker than I wanted it, so the next time, very, very little blue. Very little blue. Let's see what we look like under here. Okay, we'll see. We shall see. Grab a sheet. Again, shiny side, toothy side, so shiny side down. Nice, just a pretty sort of a turquoise blue, really. All right, all I'm going to do to this one is add white. And it's on my brayer, and we'll see if we can get a little bit lighter pull for our cleanup page, our cleanup sheet. Cleanup sheet. Nice. Nice two little values there. Got a mid-tone and a light. So let's come in with our stencils, and I want to do my Sea of Crescents first this time. Come off of there, you. Come off of there. They're stuck together. Okay. Gonna do just white on this one. White and the little bit of what's on my brayer. Sea of Crescents. My first sheet, my intended sheet. See what we get. That's the fun thing about Geli Plate printing. You really do never know what you're going to get. What's this I got there? Oh, pouring medium. Okay. Really pressing in between the stencil there. Very interesting. Interesting, I might add. Interesting. And then look at how that orange ended up from the stencil, because you know what I'm going to add it to? I'm going to add it to our tissue paper. No, not the tissue paper, because that's already, I want to add it to, let's add it to this, because this is sort of a mop-up page too. Because the orange transferred from my stencil onto my, didn't think about that with changing the color. I should have wiped it off, but that's okay. Ooh, that is a nice print. That's a very nice print. We sort of got out of our orange, our blue though, didn't we? But that's okay. That is okay. We're gonna be just fine with these. Just coming in with white. And again, I'm just thinking if I put my, because that's still wet. Let's do, that's kind of still wet too. Well, let's just try it and see. What's it gonna hurt, right? We're just playing after all. We don't know what we're gonna get. Might have got something way better than if we'd have planned it, right? Ooh, look at that. I like that. That's really pretty. And that was our mop-up sheet. This is our stencil sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and do another pull on this with that one. And we can do the ghost print back on that one. See, you just never know what you're going to get, do you? These plates will really surprise you sometimes. Ooh. Cool. We're getting some unexpected things here, aren't we? All because I can't take the time to clean off my stencils. But I think I better. Ooh, look at that. That's really fun. I think I'm going to come over this one with the Sea of Crescents in white. And then I need to stop for a minute and clean up my stencils. And we'll try a green maybe. Probably wrap up the video there because you kind of get the point of what I don't know how close I'm coming to the colors that I want on my thing, but so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do, how wet is that? I'm gonna do it this way. Put the side with the orange that was a little bit more wet down. Didn't eat a very big lunch today. I just had a little bit of salad and I'm kind of getting hungry. It's only 2 o'clock, but see what we got there. Ooh. Kind of different, huh? This one's really picking up some interesting stuff today. And now I don't really want that, oops, that much orange on there. Maybe just a little here and there. No. I think that's okay. We can leave that one like that. And then we can come in with our tissue paper. Or actually, let's come in with this piece of paper. See if we can't just do a little cleanup there. Oops. nice. Cleaning the plate pretty good. And we're just adding another fun little layer to that piece of paper. All right, now I want to come in with some green. Is this the sap green? Let's come in with just a little bit of green, but I want a real pale green. Ooh, probably too much. This might be the darker of the two. We'll see. I don't want the green real dark because I want the lighter. The greens in the kit are quite pale, so I don't want to go any darker than this. Oops. Sheet. Two more. Our primary sheet. And we'll have our mop-up sheet, or otherwise known as intended sheet and unintended sheet. You know, we could introduce into this, though, a little bit of yellow. Would be really pretty in with the green. And we just may do that. Ooh, that's a lovely green. I like that. I think I'm going to call that our mid-tone green and go just white and using what we have left on our brayer. See, get a real pale green. That was a lot of paint on that. On that plate. There's some grumbies on there too, but I'm not gonna really worry about those. And now our cleanup sheet, or our ghost print sheet. Remember, toothy side up, shiny side down. You'll get better pulls that way. I had two. Nice. A little streaky because I didn't blend it as much, but that's okay. Now I want to come in with the green. I want to come in with the white. And what little tiny bit left there is of green, which isn't much. Not much at all, which is fine. Come in with the daisies. I think. See what we get. I wiped them off, so we'll see. Do the best we can here. See what we get with our stencil and the green with the white over it. Oh, that's really pretty. And it picked up a little bit of the orange and stuff too, which is fine. That's really not going to bother me. Coming in with this sheet again, our cleanup sheet. Little bit, just a little variation there. Kind of cool. Now we're going to come in with just our green. the sap green. There's a little bit of white left on here, but not too much. It'll be enough. It'll be okay. I wanted this one to be darker. Now I wanted to come in with our Sea of Crescents on this one, on our intended sheet, introducing a little bit more dark. So we did dark, a light, now we're doing a dark again with a different stencil. Ooh, that's really pretty. I have an idea for another pull on that one now. Like that. Okay, let's go back with our unintended sheet. See what we get there. And then the next one, do something kind of funnish-ish with bring back our daisies, and then we'll introduce just a little bit of gold, because I think that will be really pretty. Ooh, that is really pretty. Look at this, you guys. I like these. I really like these a lot. I am going to grab you out of my basket there, sir, if you don't mind. I think maybe I'm doing a little gold this time. I veered, I lied, changed directions on you. Go over here to my roll off. I'm going to roll that green off of there. Now I want to come in with my daisies. Right? Yes, my daisies. Onto here, because this is just a little bit of gold. Do this way. And then I'm going to pull it and do the other way a little bit more firmly. You know, whether we've achieved our purpose today of you know, being able to use these in the journal, which was what I started out as for my thought process. If we don't, we've got lots of other things we can use these in. So don't get too hung up. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. And we'll pull our stencil. See what we get with our cleanup page or ghost print. I might, guys, turn around and do one more with you if you think you might want to stay and see it, is a yellow, and then be done. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, you know what I want to do for one more uno mas on this one? That's going to be white. I think I'll eliminate that gold that's on there. Always looks like paper blew up all over the place in my craft room when I'm done doing this. I want to put down my Sea of Crescents again. Crescents. right. Because that's going to come. I have a thought. That should be scary for most of you. Now we're on another layer. So this is layer, what, 4 or 5? We have a lot of layers on here. But as I said, Michelle St. Hilaire says, layer on layer on layer on layer makes for very interesting prints. And I think it does. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm even going back the opposite direction because this is our last green. To get even... Ooh, that is really pretty. I think that is done, done, done. I'm going to call that one done. Guys, call that one done. Come in with our mop up. So I still have to do a little sweeping and vacuum around the fireplace. I hope my fire didn't go out while I was in here. Very pretty. So we have 2 different looking prints with multiple layers. I like those. Now, one more we're going to do, and I'm not even going to worry about cleaning off my plate because the colors are going to be fine together. I think I need to decide, do I want medium yellow or lemon yellow? Let's go with the lemon yellow. And all I want to do is add the yellow to this. And this is going to be our last. It's not just yellow, so keep in mind it's not just yellow. It's just my sort of introducing yellow in addition to the green that was there already. Again, shiny side, toothy side. And this time I think I'll do my cleanup just on a sheet of printer paper so that I don't have to dig out another rice paper. Ooh, pretty. Real lemony yellow, limey yellow. Okay, so that's our first one. And the second one, I'm going to come in again with just the green. This should be a little darker. Yep, definitely darker. Not as much yellow. Oh, I was going to do yellow, wasn't I? Well, I did green. Oh, well. What did I do that for? Because you never know with me what you're going to get. Well, we got green. I thought we were done with green. We were. Till I picked it up. Now I put it over there so I won't grab it again. This will definitely be our darker hue, right? Yup. Okay, but we can do some pretty things with that. It's all right. Let's see here. Let's come in with some yellow. Again, with our yellow. And different brayer. I'm going to do just the yellow. This looks like it's very similar to that hue. Could add a little bit of white. Whoops, a lot of white. Too much paint on the plate. This time I want to do the daisies. Going daisies. Don't know what we're going to get on this, guys. Could be good, could be horrible. Oops, that one kind of pulled on me. Not bad. Brightened it up a bit, didn't it? Now we're going to come in with our mop-up page. Do this. Don't know how long we've been on for, but ooh, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. I like that. Very pretty. I'm gonna come in with, let's come in with just a little different yellow this time. Let's see, I just want to get a little bit different something on here to break up that color, and then see what we do here. Let's come in with our Sea of Crescents. On our intended sheet. So the only color we really didn't hit on today was purple. We've done some greens, some blue, pinks, oranges, peaches, blue and orange together. Hey, we've actually done some really pretty cool prints today, guys. I'm happy with them. Like I said, whether I use them in that journal or not, we had fun. We did a video. Ooh, hello. Hello, bright yellow. Now we'll come over this one. Perfect timing, because I don't know what my dogs are barking at. Perfect timing. Guys, thanks for hanging with me today and having a little Geli Print play. I will be back with another one very soon, and also with some journal videos. That's really cool too. Look at that. Similar yet different. All right, I think we're going to call it on that, you guys. I want to take a look at some of what we've done today. We've got the two, little bit of yellow and green. We've got some peachy, orangey ones. This has, I need to do more on that. These two, I think, came out really nice. That's the intended. This is the mop-up. I love them both. This one is the intended, and this is the mop-up. I think a little bit more work needs to be done on that as well. And then the final ones were these two, the greens with a little bit of gold in them, the intended, and the mop-up. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to give that thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you do not miss another video. Take good care, stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you next time. Bye.